So today, we're making a recipe using canned chickpeas. For those of you that follow Spain on a Fork, you know how much I truly love them, as they're very heart healthy and super affordable. Anyways, we're talking the most amazing chickpea meatballs in a delicious tomato sauce. This is known in Spain as Albondigas de Garbanzos in Salsa de Tomate. Now the beauty of this recipe is that it's made with the most basic pantry staples. It's effortless to put together, where there's no tricky techniques or special equipment, and that it's all done in a little over 30 minutes, yet the flavors feel like they've been simmering for hours. Folks, serve these meatballs next to some roasted potatoes, a garden salad, and of course a bottle of Spanish wine, and you're gonna have yourself a beautiful meal. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Phil Segarra, David Machado, Jim Schallert, Tommy Williams, and Barbara Eastman. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's begin by cracking open a can of chickpeas, draining them into a colander, and rinsing the chickpeas under some water. The size of the can that I'm using is 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams. This recipe makes about 15 meatballs. If you want more, just double down on the ingredients. Then we'll shake off any of the excess water and transfer the chickpeas into a large bowl. Then using a potato masher or a large fork, we'll push down on the chickpeas until they're well mashed. Once the chickpeas are well mashed, we'll add in 1/3 cup of plain breadcrumbs, which is 40 grams, and crack in 1 large egg. As for the rest of the ingredients, we'll add in 1 small onion that's been finely chopped, finely grate 1 clove of garlic, finely grate 1 small carrot that's been peeled, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams, 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams, and season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. Once everything is well mixed, we'll push down on the mixture. That way we end up with a paste-like texture. To create the meatballs, we'll grab a spoonful of the mixture and squeeze it in our hands. This is to ensure that all the ingredients are well binded, that way the meatballs don't break apart. And then we'll shape it into a form of a ball. You want the meatballs to be about the size of a golf ball. And if you see that your mixture's too wet to work with, you just add in some more breadcrumbs in there, and vice versa if it's too dry, you just add in a little water. For the next step, let's start cooking up the meatballs. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Once the oil is nice and hot, but you can see it's not smoking, we'll start adding in the chickpea meatballs. You want to make sure they're all in a single layer and evenly spaced out. And we're going to cook the meatballs between 8 to 10 minutes or until they're golden fried all around. And you don't have to mix them around continuously, but do get in there every 2 minutes or so, that way they all evenly fry. After 8 to 10 minutes, and the chickpea meatballs are golden fried all around, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now using the same pan with the same heat, let's make our delicious tomato sauce. I'm going to add in 3 cloves of garlic that I finely chopped, and we'll mix the garlic around continuously and go for just 15 seconds. We're working with a very hot pan here, and if you brown that garlic, it can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add in a generous teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 3 grams. And we'll quickly mix it together. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. Link where you can get some in the description box below. And if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Then we'll add in a 14.5 ounce can of tomato sauce, which is 400 grams. And we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. If you see that your tomato sauce is acidic, you just add in some sugar in there, some baking soda, or even as one of my subscribers suggested, some ground cinnamon. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes without mixing the mixture. After about 3 minutes, and the tomato sauce has slightly thickened, we'll add in the chickpea meatballs back into the pan, and once again, make sure they're all in a single layer. And we'll gently flip each meatball, that way they're all coated in the sauce. And we're going to simmer this for a couple minutes, that way the flavors can develop and those meatballs can heat through. After 3 to 4 minutes, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and transfer some of the meatballs and tomato sauce into a serving dish. And for the final touch, we'll sprinkle it with some chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, Albondigas de Garbanzos in Salsa de Tomate. Beautiful presentation, the most basic ingredients, and all done in a little over 30 minutes. Let's give them a try and see how they turned out. Once again, folks, Albondigas de Garbanzos in Salsa de Tomate. I'm so excited to try this. Here we go. Such a humble dish because we use such basic pantry staples, but the flavors are out of this world good. Like at the beginning, it feels like it's been simmering for hours. Those chickpea meatballs held their shape and they're beautifully cooked. And that tomato sauce with the paprika, taking things to the next level. Once again, serve this next to some roasted potatoes, a garden salad, and a bottle of Spanish wine. More specifically from the region of La Rioja, you're gonna have yourself an amazing meal. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.